Hello,
Hello,
hello.
hello, hello.
How are you, Jones?
Good. How's it going?
Good, great. Excited about the remake. So I think 3 more weeks.
Less than 3 weeks.
3 weeks, yes. Yeah, and super excited about all the things coming up about the hackathon and other things. Yes.
Yep. Something's really cool is happening just before reinvent. The weekend just before reinvent.
Yes. We can give some updates too. Yeah.
You want to break it? Break the ice? Drop the
Yeah, why
ball?
not, right? It's publicly available. Yes, we can break that. Yes. So we have amazing developers. 50 developers will be traveling from Los Angeles to Vegas um, in a bus or multiple buses. We'll be doing a hackathon, like $5 hackathon, if I'm not wrong. And yeah, so the first prize is amazing, and hopefully the best part, Jones and I are in the same team.
Yes. Like, who would have thought that we would have ended up in a team, right? Like,
Yeah,
and also it's happening on the road, so a hackathon on the bus. Like, what? It's something that you've never done, but something exciting to do it.
and I'm going to drink a lot of coffee.
Is that the New Zealand coffee?
Yes, from Wellington.
Nice,
Cool.
nice. Well, apart from reinvent, of course, the other thing that's going around is MCPs, AI agents. You want to talk about what we are talking today?
Yes, and this is something one of my favorite part because it involves Kubernetes. So I think it's better to introduce our. We have a special guest speaker. So let him tell about more about what he's going to talk, right?
Let's get our special guest, Dipin,
Drum roll.
onto the stage. Drum roll.
Hey, folks.
Hey, Dipin.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for joining with us today.
Okay, so it was. Okay, what are we doing today? Cool. Okay, how do we start? You wanted to jump in?
First, tell us who are you?
That's a good one, bro.
Yeah.
So you should tell me what should I speak?
Yeah. Other people, okay, there's a guy suddenly came in and started talking about some AI thing.
That's a good one. Yeah, so I'm Dipin Thomas. So recently moved to not recently. It's been a year now in New Zealand, working in Zero along with Zach. So before this, I spent some time in Shopback, then in Singapore. Then I was also basically from India as well. So India, Malaysia, Singapore, then New Zealand. Went all around the world, worked in multiple companies, mainly around Kubernetes, and that's what brought me to Zero as well. And now, yeah, just continuing the same love for Kubernetes, which has been literally putting food on my table or my family's table for like close to 6 years now. I was like, yeah, open source technology, how it is helping. So that is what inspired me that, okay, hey, we should look at open source stuff. And what we're going to talk about today is also one of the open source projects and how it can help the buzzword AI agents and AI and things like that. Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about today, and that's pretty much me. Any questions for me?
6 years Kubernetes. Have you tried serverless?
That. When I was a AWS consultant, I've done serverless as well. It was early stage of serverless when the serverless means Lambda API gateway, DynamoDB. Yeah, that is what serverless was. Yeah, so that era of this one, AWS.
Well, again, still to a majority of them, that is still serverless.
That's true, though. That's true. Yeah, and every time I see him using Lambda, we are increasing the size, we are increasing the timeout. Like, I think if I recall correctly, when I was there, it was like 1 minute or 5 minutes or something. You can't run anything longer than that. Then the size
Oh,
was
this was something in 2016ish.
20, 20, 20, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So we used to struggle a lot. Lambda, come on.
I mean, no, I mean, yes, each tool for different purposes, right? Like, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like you're comparing an Android and okay, it's a very bad analogy. You're comparing an orange and an apple.
You brought an apple still again. Okay.
Yes.
Zach is an Apple fan for sure.
Well, so all that uh, basic stuff and the advanced stuff about Kubernetes aside, uh, I know you'll be talking a lot about AI. You want to talk, what is it that you're talking of? The tool and everything.
Yeah, so the ChatGPT came in, AI became a household name, right? It's like, oh, AI. So we ask some questions and we get it. Then within 1 year, AI is boring. We need it to do a lot of things. Then agents came into picture, and people start talking about agents, multi-agent. Then MCP came into picture. So everything is a big ecosystem put together, and Kubernetes being the one of the most popular hosting platform, AI has to come in there as well. So today, what we're going to talk about, the K agent is going to be in two line. I would say, where would you throw your agents to run, and how would you throw your agents to run on Kubernetes, and you can host your MCP servers as well. So that's the gist of how to do it. And the key takeaway after the session, I hopefully, like, that's what I'm aiming for all the viewers, is going to be they should be able to take the repo, run some bunch of commands, install it on a Kubernetes cluster, and they should be able to start troubleshooting the clusters with the help of all the AI agents in place. So that's going to be the key takeaway for today. Yeah, yeah, and then let's see as we go. Hopefully, the demo will work as planned.
Awesome. Let's get your screen up, and it's all over to you, Dipin.
Perfect. Okay, so before I go into nuts and bolts, right, I want to show you guys what I'm talking about. So this is AI. This is Kagent. It's running on my EKS cluster. I port forwarded to it. Okay, let me show how it works. First, as a normal Kubernetes application, so I'm gonna deploy an app. Yeah. So if you look at it, this is gonna just creating a namespace. It has a basic resource quota, and then it's asking a bunch of deployments, HPA, and a deployment. Pretty basic. That's it. Let's see. Let me go over here to my namespace. Let's test. Everything is running fine. 3 pods. Oh, good. No issues. That's what we think. And I'm pretty sure Zach knows it, what we face on a day to day basis. We get frequent messages saying, hey, I don't think the pod is running. Something is going wrong in my namespace. Can you help me out? This is literally the question what we get. Hey, something is wrong. Can you help me out? So that's what I'm going to ask the AI agent as well. Something is wrong in my namespace. Auth test. Why are the pods not running as expected? Pretty generic statement, no head or tail. So the expectation is basically I've set 6 in HPA. The 6 has to be running, but only 3 are running over there. So I asked pretty much a very generic question. I did not give any context about it, and it came back. AI agent comes back saying all pods in running status. So whatever is running is running. However, there are multiple failed create events in this one, and then the reason for failed create events is exceeding auth pod, like the namespace quota. it might sound very silly, to be honest, for anybody who's working on Kubernetes, but we keep getting paged every night, once in a month, actually saying something is wrong with our release, it's not going, and it's always a namespace quota. So if we have this tool in organization, what would happen is the user can come, just now normal English, ask a question, the AI agent is able to give you an answer back. So we will get into how this K agent is doing this, what is required behind the scenes. That is what we're going to get into. But I still need to finish this though. We know the issue, so I want to make sure I put a patch as well. Fix the namespace quota to run 20 pods. Again, I'm not giving any specifics. I'm just saying, yeah, arbitrary number is what there is my HPA. I want that one to run. Okay, cool. So current quota 500M, request is 500M, allowing 20 pods. It did the calculation. I will proceed with patching. Yes. Yes. Proceed. Cool. Configured. And it should be coming up now. Cool. So the patch went through. Let's look at our K9S. Oh, come on. Give me a second. Okay. So the hard is increased to 2560 and 2 core CPUs. Let's look at what was there before. In the quota, it was 500 and 500. So this is what is there in the code, but that is what the K agent did. In the natural language, we just talk and we fix it. So that's what the overall, this particular Kubernetes agent is trying to do, run hosted on Kagent. So this is the overall show of what's happening. But okay, now let's get into the nuts and bolts of it. Before I go into what is Kagent, let's go to the basics first, right? So guys, I have a question for you. What's an agent?
For me, it's like a buddy who would do my work on behalf of me while I can focus on something.
That's true. Okay. That's how about you?
Yeah, so agent whom I can offload things to without me running an extra fuel on my brain.
That's true. That's true. That's absolutely fine. So we will be looking at it today as well. So if you look at it under the hood, right? So what does an agent have? Why can't I type? Come on. Okay, text. Okay. So it has a prompt, right? We say we have to tell the agent do something. So that is a prompt. Then there is LLM.
Sorry, Dipin. Can you make the screen a little bit bigger? Like, so, yeah. Perfect. Yes.
Okay. There's a prompt. There is LLM. And then there's something called as tools. So tools is, we can consider it to be MCP. That's where the blur line comes in, MCP tools and things like that. But under the hood, this is called as agents. Like there is a prompt, then there's LLM, which is the brain, but brain can't do anything because it needs hands and legs to run around. That's what the tools is. And where does the tools get all the knowledge and things from? That's where the MCP piece comes into picture. And an MCP is basically a glorified way of saying APIs. So now we will see that okay, AWS came out with a bunch of their APIs, sorry, MCP servers. Slack has it. I'm pretty sure New Relic has it. And eventually every company is going to have their own MCP servers out there released. The reason is everyone wants AI agents to work with their product, right? That's what it's going to come. And then AI agent need tools are from MCP. That's the overall ecosystem. So this whole thing is what the AI agent ecosystem is as of today. Who knows what is going to happen tomorrow? As of today, this is the case. So, any questions over here? Is it clear? Okay, cool. Okay, so let's go. So this is Kagent again. So Kagent has a home screen. This is all individual boxes. Is technically an agent under the hood. The reason I kept so many is these are the default what comes in with Kagent, and I didn't want to take their thunder out by uninstalling everything. So technically, it is just one flag away. We can remove everything. It's completely configurable. One thing I want to show is like there are tools. As I said, AI agent need tools. So these are the different tools which comes in. We will be doing something about how to run tools and things like that as well. What else is important? Okay, MCP servers. So we have MCP servers. This three comes by default as well, but we can add more. We will be adding more in this overall demo. So we did speak about the Kagent. One more last thing is this Helm. Helm. This is the Helm agent, and then if you look at it, this is what the tools are. So I can say, hey, list all of the releases in Kagent namespace. Okay. And then it just goes, it says there are two releases, Kagent and Kagent CRD. That's pretty much. So we can do all the Helm related manipulation as well over here. So another important concept for us to understand is that agent is something which needs to have a specific task. Agent cannot have the overall world stripped into one. It's not a monolithic big thing. And whenever we have too many concepts put into an agent, it just gets confused and it doesn't work. That's the reason we have different agents in place. And people be, of course, spinning it as well. Okay, let's go through the installation process. I'm pretty sure, Jones, I think you can share the repo if you haven't.
Do that.
So anybody who's having Kubernetes installed, yeah, you have your kubectl working. Should be just running this command. Just the script. I just made it very easy. So it's there. So now it is gonna. Kagent also comes with its own CLI, which does a lot of things as well. Like we can configure, invoke, and things like that. So okay, I'm just gonna run the presenter. It will just go through, get the CLI running. So while that is doing, CLI helps us to troubleshoot Kagent specifically, as well as it will give us a framework or a boilerplate code to write our agents in Python. So it does that as well. And there's one more tool which is called as KMCP. I'll just talk about it right now. So the CLI is installed. Now the first thing is we'll be installing CRD. So this is there's a Helm CRD chart already there. The CRD gets installed, and we'll be seeing it installs like close to like 4 or 5 CRDs in place. That's
I have a question, Dipin.
yeah.
So you mentioned anyone can use this one, right? Like all the audience, they can clone this repo and run it. So is there any can we use like EKS auto mode cluster like out of the box, or it needs any other add-ons to be installed before we use it?
No. So this is the EKS auto mode cluster. It has nothing running on it.
Nice.
Just plays vanilla EKS is enough. Okay. The main thing is it does not even need EKS. Even if you spin up a kind cluster on your local, that also supports.
Okay.
Oh yeah. So you can have Kagent running on your local within no time. So these are the CRDs which are installed. I will get to that, but I would like to get your attention on the agent CRD, the model config. Model config is where LLM comes. We'll talk about it. MCP CRDs and tool CRDs. This is the main engine of it. So yeah, and then of course, key important thing. Kagent needs LLM access by default even to start. So you need to provide some kind of LLM. It supports multiple providers, but I'm starting with Open API key, OpenAI. So it's there in the backend, it just absorbed it. So there the user would go and give the Open API key, OpenAI key. Once the key is provided, there's the Helm command which goes and installs the Kagent behind the scene. Yeah. Okay. This should go through. So give me a second. So one good important part is I was looking at it from the LLM perspective. So being Kagent is owned by Solo, right? So they being enterprise customer, so they have what should I say? They have made sure that the models parameters can be configured to a great extent, like the number of tokens which the AI agent can pass through, and then the hallucination, how much it can control, and things like that. So all these parameters can be passed in from the model config. We'll be talking about it. So once we pass through that, even if you have your local LLM providers, you can hook in Kagent with that. But even the local providers should proxy it to supported providers like OpenAI, Gemini, and Azure stuff and things like that. So this pretty much installed it. That's the installation. Now we'll go and we'll look at the pods. So I've just made the installation process easy. That's pretty much. So let's look at the pods. Pods are running. Okay, namespace. Cool. So one more thing I would like to highlight is every agent we see over here is a pod under the hood. So that's where the beauty of Kubernetes comes into picture. So we can have by default fault tolerance, scalability, everything is that's where this is getting added. And then we'll also be using the GitOps mechanism of how to release a agent required. So behind the scene, and then so this is all the pods. Then we have MCP servers. That's another resource kind. I think nothing is running yet because we need to install it. Okay, let's switch gears now. So it's okay. We spoke about Kubernetes. We saw an agent troubleshooting, but let's get real. Let's go. Zach, if we have an MCP server or MCP details, for example, this page, right? AWS released a bunch of MCP servers. In the real life, minus the Kagent, how long would it take for us to make use of this MCP server?
In real life,
Yeah, it isn't not at work or anything. Right, Jones.
it's, to be honest, for me, like a couple of minutes in my personal laptop because I use QCLI. Copy and paste in the JSON file, mcp.json, or
True.
if I use IDE like Kiro or something, I can use that as well. Yeah.
Sure. That's in local, but in an organization.
Okay. You mean a centralized place, everyone can use it?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh, it will take time.
It will take time, right? So that's where the beauty of Kagent comes in. So we can literally do something like I want to make sure I give the right one. Okay, let's take pricing MCP server. Okay, I haven't tried it. Let's see. So this is pretty much the latest package which is there. So I just need to take this, go to my MCP server. I want to create a new MCP server. Let's say pricing MCP server. Make sure it is UVX because it is UVX over here. Latest, then add server. That's it. So we will eventually, what is going to happen is Yeah, our MCP server came up over here. It is true. That
Ready?
basically means it. So right, how our QCLI, when we do that mcp.json file, right, and we add that this one, so it actually runs a process on our local. Right now, what is happening is it's running a pod on Kubernetes cluster, and it is in a centralized one. It is per cluster basis. Open source has certain limitations, but yeah, it is put up on a cluster right now. So, okay, fine. We have our pricing. This one. Did it get the tools? Okay. So these are the different tools it has. So pricing MCP server, get cost report, analyze Terraform project, get bedrock patterns. Okay, interesting. Okay, so this is our MCP server. Let's see how do we create an agent. To be honest, I haven't tried it, but if it fails, it fails. I have a different working example, by the way. Pricing. Okay, check AWS price. This is the namespace where our this one is running. Kagent declarative AWS cost. So this is the instruction. We will be talking about it later, but in general, it is this instruction. What happens is every time the agent gets any query, it just takes all the instruction, wraps it up, and then sends it to LLM. So, as everyone says, be very explicit and clear over here. So your goal, go make sure you give right price, or cost of AWS services. Model. Right now, I'm running this as default model. We'll be installing it, but this is the key. So we go over here. We have to search for pricing. This is a pricing MCP server. It has following tools. I'm gonna give it all tools, but I think eventually all of us we will be mastering which tool to use, what does the tool do, and things like that. So, do you know what the tool does is going to be our expertise, I think. So, we have 9. Okay, cool. I've just added all 9 tools, and we create an agent, and voila, we have our pricing agent. So, this is as simple as that to create an agent in Kagent. And again, behind the scene, what is happening is it's gonna run a pod, check AWS price agent. And when the pod runs, the MCP checks, everything checks. There's a cage and controller. It does a check. Once everything is happy, the agent should come alive. And my expectation right now is hopefully this should give me this is a pricing MCP server, which is going to be much more. But right now I haven't given it any authentication credentials or anything. Let's see. Give me the price of T3X large in US East 1. Okay, let's see. I'm nervous, to be honest. Okay, something came through. So it is going. It went to LLM. LLM said, "Hey, you have these many tools. So get price service attribute. This one it says attribute available for AWS services in pricing API. So it's a pricing API tool, I assume. And okay, I'm currently unavailable to access AWS pricing. Do so missing credentials. Okay, as expected, it gave me a missing credentials. That's fine. So yeah, so the idea was to show that how easy it is, but now let's go much more serious. So what I'm gonna do is I have in the same code base I have a bunch of MCP servers. I'm gonna apply my MCP servers. So right now, oops. Okay, cool. So I've installed a CloudWatch MCP server, a billing cost management MCP server, and a cost explorer MCP servers. All are AWS MCP servers which I've installed over there. Let's come over here. Model, sorry, MCP. Cool. So we got our AWS CloudWatch, Cloud Explorer, and we also need to check whether the tools are coming in. Okay, tools are coming up properly. Let's go to our price over here. I'm going to change the tools because I know there is a different, the Cost Explorer tool. I have already hooked in my credentials to it. So I'm going to add the tool. AWS billing, no, Cost Explorer. Yeah, this is the one I want. So technically, all the tools, I have all my tools over here. Again, I'm going to go back to the same agent. Hopefully now it should give me the same price at least. I'm going to take the same query again, send it over here. Okay, currently, okay, I do not have AWS pricing API credentials for that. However, T3X large, burstable, this one, everything. Okay, so it says AWS pricing API. Okay, I'm not sure about it, but it is still now it is able to authenticate to my AWS account because that is a mandatory mandatory thing that all these MCP servers needs to have some kind of authorization to our AWS account. So that's the reason it was able to fetch the price. So it gave me the per hour price and things like that. So that's the pricing. So let's go ahead, put one more use case. No, before I go over there, I'm gonna slightly change the topic. Previously, I mentioned about the model config. Model config is basically means the different models we can support. So as of now, I have an example of Anthropic, Azure, Gemini, OpenAI, everything. So just giving an example of we can set the temperature, we can the organization IDs, the maximum tokens it can take through. So all these are fine-tuned, which can be done. And then I can pick which model I want over here as well. Here I picked GPT-5. So I'm going to apply this as well. Model config. So this is basically our fuel for our Kagent. Cool. So once this is applied, that basically means all the agents which is going to run in our cluster or which runs on Kagent will be able to view it. So if you go to view models, we have all the models access over here. So that's how it comes up. So we can just plug and play with all the supported providers. Cool. So we were going back to the MCP servers. We know that, okay, we installed CloudWatch, billing, and everything. I have a specific use case which I want to showcase. So before that, one more thing is how do we deploy an agent? I showed you guys over in UI, right?
Yeah.
Okay, how I did click and batch, but that's not AWS way, or sorry, that's not Kubernetes.
It is.
We need GitOps. So the same click what I did is something we can have it done in YAML file as well. This is called as declarative way of doing declaring AI agents. So there is something called as BYO that basically means I can have the agents written in LangChain, LangGraph, CrewEye, everything packaged into a image, and then that image can be just thrown in, and then Kagent will accept it and get going with it, and it can use all the tools what we installed right now. So this is the agent. So as it's just a YAML file, and we know that once there is YAML, we can do GitOps and everything as well. So now this is all in IAC process. Very on a very high level, what this YAML does is it's calling our the API version. This is the declarative part is there. A2A config is basically for agent to agent communication. Down the line, we'll be showing a demo wherein how one agent talks to another agent and try to get the information out. And then for agent to understand, we write the skill. Again, it's more of the better we write, the LLM understands better what to do and what to use. Then model config is there. So this is the one we installed right now. So we are saying agent which model it needs to use. System message is basically every time when a prompt is gone, this is picked up and given, a context is built and given to the LLM. And in tool servers, as I added MCP tools, over here we are adding multiple tools to that. That's pretty much, it's a simple YAML file. We do that and then the agent keeps running up. So I'm gonna create CloudWatch agent and AWS billing agent. Oops, what happened? Okay, I shouldn't do this. Okay. It'll take a few minutes for the pod to come up. So let's go back to our home screen. Okay, so agent is not ready. It is getting ready. Our CloudWatch agent is not getting ready. So one of the common things in enterprise, right? So it would be like, hey, well, how is my service doing, or how much am I paying, and things like that. These are day-to-day mundane questions we keep getting, and then it's always like, okay, why can't we just offload it? And that's the reason I picked up this example, because there was ready-made MCP servers, and I feel it's much more ready to use case. So I'm gonna go to my CloudWatch agent. So CloudWatch agent is using CloudWatch MCP server. It has picked up all these tools automatically as I installed. So this agent is there in the code base. Everybody can just can do it. Cool. So this is hooked up to my AWS account. So it's going to be like list all the CloudWatch log groups in, not even in list agent. Yeah, I'm just going to be very vague. Let the agent do the heavy lifting. So it automatically picked up the log groups, and then it's gonna, okay. It also picked up the region because the default is always provided. Then it went ahead, did a query, found all the information back, and it's gonna give me the response. Da-da-da. If you see over here, it gave me the log groups. This is pretty much the dummy log groups what I have over there. And then it's asking if you want, I can show more details and things like that. That's not interesting. So the use case which I wanted to show was that I have not. I'm pretty sure, guys. Isn't CloudWatch one of the most expensive billing services in majority of the organization, because people just keep dumping logs into it, and then people don't know what it is. Is it even being used? Is the retention fine? Yeah, it's always, whenever I was in consultant, we have to reduce bill. We just look at CloudWatch. Cool. So I'm just going to randomly pick this. So this is where it's going to get interesting. So this is CloudWatch agent, right? It does not know anything else. It's just a CloudWatch agent. So I'm going to ask this CloudWatch agent, hey, what is the monthly cost of this log group? What do you guys think? Would this agent be able to give us a response?
What I think is it that cost agent is gonna check CloudWatch agent to do that? Not yet, right?
No, this is the AWS CloudWatch agent.
Yeah.
Tools. What do you think would happen?
I think still it should be able to do it.
Okay, Jones.
I don't see the tools for pricing in here, so skeptical.
To be honest, I'm very much surprised every time the LLM gives me a random response, so I can't say anything. But so now it literally what it did was like, this is the LLM response. So it just say, hey, 49 MB, blah blah blah. It costed me this one, and things like that. It's giving me some response. Right? It says, hey, 50 something. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the same query. I'm gonna ask my billing agent. That is the billing agent here. Okay, AWS billing agent, right? He knows everything. This is particular, all the information is there. So I'm going to ask the same question. What's the cost? Let's see if the billing agent is smart enough. Okay, now it's going to ask me more questions. To find mostly, I need to know per month. Okay, yeah, I need to be more specific cost. Provide month and year. Okay. For last 2 months.
That's the beauty when you have multiple tools in it.
Just to confirm, you wanna see? Example today is June. Okay, I need to be explicit for this. Okay, what's the monthly cost of September and October? Come on, Dipin 2025. Okay, let's see. Okay, to clarify, yes. Cost Explorer details, blah, if you want. Per actual cost, the recent past months, per cost forecast, 1. Okay, let me make it July 2025 only. Okay. Cost Explorer can provide cost data for future months. No.
Is it from the past?
The tool is in the past.
Come on. Again. Huh. I should have copied my query as well. Provide the cost of this CloudWatch log group for the month July 2025. I'm going to rewrite my query. Okay. Come on. Again. This is the frustrating AI agent.
The agent thinks July 2025 is a future date. Maybe June 2025?
Okay, let's see.
Wait, we are in 2025, right?
I double check.
Formatting queue. Okay, there's something going wrong. Huh, interesting. This was not the case when I tested this agent. Okay. Most probably it could be because I messed around with this agent just before. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it different tool sets. Give me a second. So yeah, this is good live way of showing that
Yeah.
if you have your wrong tools, you can never get around getting the cost what do you need. So I think I was using billing cost. So let me check my billing. I was using billing cost management MCP server. Yeah, I'm going to use the Cost Explorer MCP server now. So just a few hours ago, I realized why does AWS have 2 MCP servers like around the same area anyway? So I'm going to update it. Go back. Hopefully now it will understand that We are in. I'm going to create a new chat anyway. I'm going to say we are in 2025. Okay, November 2025 now.
This is being precise and prompting.
Okay, some tool call went through. Correct the service name instead of before proceeding customer may confirm you want me to check the cost of the specific log group problem and time. Okay, better. It's getting better. Yes, without any additional. Just give me what I asked for. Cool. Okay, cool. It's okay. He's able to pick the right thing. So right MCP service. So it gave me 0, right? And it's actually 0. The reason being, like I'm using credits. So I say because of my dear friend, someone gave me a lot of credits. I'm using that. So it is 0. So this, when we use the right tool, it's able to fetch the cost, right? So now what I'm going to do is the interesting part is now we're going to add. This is where the multi-agent flow comes into picture. So just take a pause, right? So we are Kubernetes team. We release Kubernetes agent. Then there's a cost management team. Cost releases their own agent, and there will be different team. They will release their own agent, right? And then the beauty comes in when we want to collaborate. How we collaborate now by asking questions and things like that. In future, we will be using agents to collaborate. So I'm going to use the AWS billing agent. And did I select it? I selected assume. Give me a second. Yeah, okay. Now AWS billing agent is linked. So we tested the billing agent before. Now the CloudWatch agent has the AWS billing agent over here. So now I'm going to ask the same question. Where is it? So now I'm asking the CloudWatch agent to say, hey, monthly cost of +1 for July 2025. So it's like 2 team members talking. The agents are going to talk to each other. And then we should literally see the tool call happening to the billing agent. Okay, while this is thinking, I just want to go back to this one. This is our billing agent. I'm going to ask what, okay. How much, no, what should I ask? What, no. How much credits was used to pay last, no, let me precise, to pay July 2025 AWS bill. Let's see if this can come up with, I need to clarify if you want to credit amount applied across all services and account or specific services and linked account. All services. Okay, cool. Result. Here's log group name. Why is it saying log group name again? Okay. Sure. I know it is going to be 0. Okay. How about EC2 cost in July 2025?
I think it will show 0, right? Because you use credits.
Yeah, I was thinking because when I was playing around before, right? It did show me how much credits I used. It's always going to show 0, but it shows that okay, how much credits was used. How much credits I should have kept the query. No, it's getting confused. Again, I think it's getting confused with the context. I asked for this one. Anyway, okay, let's see how this our agent is doing. So now this is our old agent, the CloudWatch agent I am in. So what was the monthly cost in July 2025? It says get merit. And then now, if you look at it on the top, it gave me literal LLM answer. Whenever the model was trained, if it know the cost, it will just give me that cost. Versus now this is saying short answer 0 for July 2025. Well, it was able to get the right call from the answer. Arguments, log group, closet agent. Yeah, okay, that's pretty much, guys. I think the two agent communication and getting the answer. So that is what I wanted to show. Any questions for me on chat or anything? I'll be happy.
Since we're talking about the cost, something recently happened, a fun fact. I was working on some troubleshooting, some cost related to Amazon Managed Prometheus with some high cardinal issues, millions of series data. So I used agent to give some information like previous billing information, all the AWS documentation, all those things. And I wanted to check like, okay, give me a rough estimation if I drop those metrics, how much I'm gonna save monthly. Then what happened? I got some numbers, but I wanted to verify these numbers are correct, like accurate. So I raised the AWS support ticket to verify it. Trust me, it's almost same, like only few dollars here and there. So I was like, wow, it's super amazing. Yeah,
that's true. I think even behind the scene, they would have taken the same query, but they asked the same AI agent behind the scene. Okay, now at least when I ask the same thing, it says it's now easy to server. Then it shows 0, 0. Okay, fine. Yeah, that's there. So I want everyone to go explore it. K agent comes with a lot of other default tools as well, like Argo rollout, K gateway agent, which can do a lot of things as well in terms of traffic analysis and things like that. So it's an awesome tool. And as always, open source, please go ahead and contribute as well. And this is one type of contribution. That's me.
Nice. I can't wait until you set up. The best thing, I mean, either you can run like Minikube or some local cluster, right? Or else even it will run on that.
Yeah.
Or else, say spinning up AK's automate cluster will take on like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Super easy. And test it out and you can destroy it. Yeah. We have done previous sessions about CK's auto mode as well. Like, yeah. This is amazing. Cool. Love it.
This is really amazing. Well, it's new for me. I mean, this is the first time I'm hearing about Kagent, so really great. Interesting how ClickOps is so easy. I'm thinking we are doing so much with taking JSON configurations and working around, but Kagent ClickOps is pretty decent enough.
Yeah, I think it's okay, but when we want to scale, yeah.
I mean, for experimental purposes,
yes.
Yeah,
absolutely. to be honest, like when I was trying to write my agent, right, even the system prompt, if we give it wrong, it was I took the YAML file, I gave it a long system prompt, and then it was just going all around the world, not doing anything. And I removed all the system prompt, used the default one when we create agent over here, the default this much prompt itself, and then the agent started working for me. I was like, oh, don't over engineer sometimes. The basic ones will work.
And for the organizations, like, big organizations, right? Like they can have their compliance and security as well, like which account the cluster is running, like using some pod identity service accounts. With the IAM roles, they can granularity, like what the pods can do, like, the pod level. Even the agent you mentioned, right? Like what are the tools it can use?
Yeah.
Like, for example, one agent only for like read-only purposes, like most of the time.
True.
Some agent for like dev clusters, maybe we have which tools can support write options.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is, you can I think the granularity will come up. Yeah.
Yeah. And in fact, even the credentials which I've provided, right? That is AWS IAM credentials. If that has only read access, there is no way this agent is going to go and write it. So we have multiple layer of protection. Like credentials are still IAM based. The tools, number of tools which we pick for the agent, that can be limited. What can be exposed, and if you are wrapping our own MCP server, we can take the AWS this particular MCP server. They've given the Docker one. Literally, we can build. While building, we can just remove the tool itself, and then we remove the tool, and then we build an image, and then we upload it. We create a MCP server over here. That means a tool which is used for writing, we remove it. Then there is no way that MCP server can be used for any destructive actions. So the organizations will eventually start doing that. And just imagine, it will be so good, right? Instead of asking every team is asked to say, you have to put your read only supported agents onto this in a centralized platform, and everyone else can come. Instead of talking to each other, they'll say, hey, whenever there is a application issue, right, they can have be an agent saying, talk to the platform agent, see if anything is wrong, and the platform agent can immediately come back and say, hey, everything is fine, no issues, we don't have any maintenance happening, no issues over here. And within no time, instead of raising Slack requests, calling them, paging them, and everything. So when I think about it, yeah, it feels like it's a very new way of working.
And it will open a lot of avenues, right? I was thinking, for a platform team, you can have different kind of platform. You were talking about the FinOps team and let's say CI/CD team and Kubernetes team. Let's say CI/CD pipeline fails, the agent talk to the Kubernetes team agent and check, okay, why is the Helm deployment,
Yeah, exactly, right?
and talk to the
Yeah,
site agent and say,
yeah, that's true. So, and eventually, only agents are talking to each other. There's no human.
I can enjoy my cup of coffee then. Nice. Thank you so much, Dipin. Yeah, it's a bit late for us
Yep.
here now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Thank you for the opportunity. Hope it was interesting. And yeah, if some questions come from your viewers, just send it my way.
So, if anyone wants to, most of the time, I notice that a lot of people come and comment after, this video will be available on demand, right? So, if they want to reach out to you, what's the best platform to reach out to, like LinkedIn or anything?
Absolutely. Yeah, LinkedIn should be good. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let me get your LinkedIn and I'll put it in the chat. Awesome. Thanks, Dipin. It was really amazing. I learned something new, so did everyone who tuned in. I really hope that. But thanks for taking your time and sharing a lot about Kagent, and really amazing how it works. Uh, I know we'll certainly dive deep into more such ones in the future, where we'll have you back as well. Fingers crossed. uh, but yeah, if anyone has any questions, feel free to reach out to the pin on LinkedIn. Added the link on the chat. So yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you soon. And if you're at reInvent, the Zacs are here as well in reInvent. So uh, feel free to have a chat with us, and we will be back after AWS reInvent.
Yes. See you then. Good night. Good evening. Good morning.
See you all and enjoy the part of the Saturday that you're in. We have some comments. Thank you, Shajit, for joining in.
I think everyone is like full focus today, like waited to the end to get some comments. Cool.
See the no other questions. I believe we're good then. So until next time, stay tuned to the Zacs Show Talking AWS. And thanks, Dipin, for sharing in today. Thank you.